Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making chicken soup from scratch, and I'm going to be showing you how to clean as you go and be a better cook in your kitchen. So if you're ready, let's ditch those canned soups and let's get started. To get started, here's what you'll need. 8 chicken thighs, a whole head of garlic chopped, 1 yellow onion, a lemon, green onion, 3 medium carrots, and a half stalk of celery. And I'm using 2 cups of jasmine rice. You could use rice noodles or pasta, whatever you like. My fiance likes rice the best, so I'm making that for him. Also, you're gonna need chicken broth. I'm gonna be using 4 bottles of this butcher's bone broth. It's really awesome because it's organic. It's actually kept by the meat in the fridge section, and it has a ton of gelatin and collagen in it. It's a lot healthier for you, and it tastes a lot better. Now that we have our chicken thigh out of the fridge, we're going to season it. I'm going to be using all-natural pink Himalayan salt. Next, I'm going to be adding some onion powder. Again, this is all personal preference. You can use however much you like. And if you don't like onion powder, you don't have to use it at all. I'm going to be using cayenne pepper instead of black pepper. I use cayenne for almost everything in replacement of black pepper because it has a little bit more heat. So if you don't like the heat, you like a more mild pepper, you can stick with the black pepper, but I like a little heat, so I'm going to be using cayenne. Also, to our chicken marinade, I'm going to be adding chopped fresh garlic. I'm just going to add about a spoonful. And next, I'm going to go grab some olive oil so we can get all of these ingredients mixed and coated perfectly on the chicken thighs. Now that that's all done, we're gonna set this to the side. We're gonna leave our chicken out on the counter to marinate while we do our vegetables, because if you take your chicken right from the fridge and cook it right away, it's gonna cook unevenly. So if you leave the chicken on the counter for around 10 to 20 minutes, you're gonna guarantee that even cooking. Next, I'm going to go cook my 2 cups of rice. I'm gonna go throw that in the rice cooker and I'll be right back. Now that our rice is over there cooking, I'm gonna start preparing our vegetables. Keep in mind when you're chopping, you wanna make sure all your vegetables are around the same size so you'll have even cooking. I'm gonna cut the carrot down the center first. Holding them together as a bunch makes it a lot easier. Now I'm going to chop the green onion, but I'm going to save it for later because it doesn't need as much cooking time as the celery, carrots, and onion. Next, we're going to take our lemon, and a little tip, you want to pick a lemon at the grocery store that is a little soft because that means the juices are ready to come out. And what we're going to do to help that a little bit more is we're going to take the lemon and put it on our palm and press firmly and roll it around. Now that we're done prepping our ingredients, let's head over to the stove. We're going to take a large pot and we're going to saute our vegetables. So I'm going to bring the heat up to medium-low, and I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the pot. Once the temperature has been brought up, we're going to add in our garlic first. And now we're going to add our vegetables. Now you'll know this is done when the garlic starts to turn a nice golden brown and the onions start turning translucent. So before that's done, we're going to add some oil into this pan and we're going to start to cook our chicken. I've put this pan on medium-high heat and I'm going to add just a bit of olive oil. Now that our oil's hot, I'm gonna go and add our chicken thigh to the pan. Now that the chicken's cooking and our vegetables are done, I'm gonna add the chicken broth to this pot. After you've added the broth to the pot, now we're going to check on our chicken. Now our chicken's cooked halfway through, we're going to flip it. Now that we flipped the chicken, we're going to turn the heat down to medium-low because we don't want it to get too brown on the outside without cooking on the inside as well. I love using chicken thigh opposed to chicken breast because it's a lot more tender, and when you reheat it later on, it's not going to toughen up like a breast does. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring the heat up on the pot. I'm going to put it to about medium-high. Now this is the time where you can add your rice noodles or your pasta that's already been cooked. I'm gonna go ahead and add these 2 cups of rice. Now that our chicken is almost done, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off these tongs because they have raw chicken on them. And if I were to go in and grab them, I would just be putting more raw chicken on the cooked chicken, and that's not good. You don't want to get anybody sick. So let's go ahead and wash these, and then we'll come back. Now that our chicken is cooked, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and transfer the chicken onto a cutting board. While the chicken is cooling, I'm going to go ahead and add our lemon juice to the soup. Now that we've added our lemon juice, we're going to taste our soup and add whatever seasonings it may need. So another thing I wanted to mention about the broth that we're using is that it doesn't come seasoned like the ones that are in the dry storage section of the grocery store. So I'm going to be adding a lot of salt, but just pay attention to whatever broth you're using. It might already have salt in it. Mine doesn't come with it, so I'm going to go ahead and add some. Now that our seasoning is perfect in the soup, I'm going to go ahead and add the green onion. If your soup has come to a boil, you want to turn the heat down. We don't want it to be boiling hot. Now that our chicken has cooled a little bit, we're going to go ahead and chop it up so we can add it to our soup. That's how you make my chicken soup. Thanks guys for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time.